when you're at the age of like you're past 25 and people would know that you're single and you're not yet married, you'll be the center of all the jokes around your friends or around your office mates. And Valentine's is not really fun. Hello everybody, happy Friday. It's 5:40 a.m. here in Washington State right now. Having some Milo and some steamed banana. It's banana saba for breakfast. Oh, it's February 9th. 5 more days, it's Valentine's Day. So today, I think it's just about fitting to share to all of you why I married an American and not a Filipino. The short answer would be is that no Filipino wanted to marry me. When I met my husband online, that was in March of 2019. That year, I turned 28. And to those of you who don't know, my husband was my first and last boyfriend. Well, it's not as visible in the camera, but I'm not really this fair like you see in the camera. I'm actually on the darker side. My skin is darker. And how much more back in the day when I was not here in America in a colder climate. So I'm much darker. And Filipinos, most of us are fond of fair skin. Like if you have a fair skin, you are beautiful. If you have sharp nose, you're attractive. So I didn't have those. So I'm not attractive to Filipino guys. And growing up, it has always been instilled to me to focus on my studies and that I should finish my degree first, become a certified public accountant first, before entertaining dating. I had my degree, or I finished bachelor's of accountancy at the age of 19, and then became a CPA a few months later. Then right after having my license, I immediately joined the corporate world because that was really the plan. Finish your degree, get a job so you can help your family. And that's what I did. And then people were saying that once you have the degree, then don't worry about dating or men because they're just gonna come to you because you will now be viable to become a mate because you're a professional. But that was not the case for me. Now you're probably wondering, Arlene, if no Filipino wanted to marry you, then why did it take you so long to join the online dating? It's because when you were young, when you were a professional, at that time, because of the influence of everybody and how the people would perceive you when you marry a foreigner, which is gold digger, I didn't want to be labeled like that, so I didn't want to join online dating. But then as you get older, I was approaching 30s and nobody really was interested with me. And I know deep in my heart, I want to have a family of my own. I want to have kids of my own. So I was like, the heck what other people would think about me. I'm gonna look for my partner online because he's not in the Philippines. Apparently he's not in the Philippines, so he's probably online. Another reason as well why at first I did not consider online dating was that in my mind, most of the foreigners that are looking for wives in the Philippines are already in the retirement age. Most of them didn't want to have kids anymore with their Filipina. And on the other hand, I want kids. I want somebody that will be my life partner. I want somebody that me and my kids will grow old together with. When I was really serious into online dating, I was turning 28 that year, and I put in my profile that my age limit was 40 years old. And on that year, when I met my husband, actually he's gonna turn 41. Good thing we met in March. He did not turn 41 yet. Or I would have not entertained. No, actually age for me was not really non-negotiable, so it was negotiable. When you're at the age of like you're past 25 and people would know that you're single and you're not yet married, you'll be the center of all the jokes in your around your friends or around your office mates. And Valentine's is not really fun. All single people here would probably agree, especially back in the day when Valentine's happened to be on a weekday, on a work day. Oh boy, I hate that, because my office mates who are in a relationship will receive bouquets of flowers and chocolates, all these surprises, and there in the corner was Arlene, and nobody bothered to give her anything or surprise. Deep in my heart, I was thinking, oh my god, is there really nobody who's interested in me? Secret admirer, this would be the best time for you to give me a flower or a chocolate. But nope. So yeah, and aside from that, also in the community, like every time I visit my parents in the province, and our neighbor would see me, and then they would ask me, oh, Day Arlene, how are you? It's been a while, I haven't seen you. So when are you gonna get married? I'm like, I don't even have a boyfriend. And then they will be like, don't be like your aunts, because at that time I had 3 aunts that are old maid. Like, don't be like your aunts, you're gonna end up like your aunt. It's like they're talking about not getting married as a big sin, as a big stink, something like that. And but in my mind and in my heart, no, it's not that I have objection of those people who were not fortunate enough to get married, but I know in my heart that I am gonna have family of my own. And in fact, God really loves me. I have a beautiful daughter now, and my son is 7 months in my tummy. I don't know if you can tell, but yeah, 2 more months, guys, and you will see my baby boy. And then God also has given me a wonderful husband, so I feel so blessed. And to all of the single women watching this, I would really say it's really worth it to wait. It's really worth it to save yourself for the right person. And back in the day, people were saying, some of my office mates were saying, oh, you're not in a relationship because you're so picky. You probably should lower your standards. Because back then, I told them that my standard is that I don't date just for the sake of dating. I date to marry. And every time when somebody shows some interest with me, like started texting me and whatnot, I always turn to God and pray. My prayer is always that, God, there's this person that's showing interest with me. If this person is not the man that you intended me to marry, the man that you prepared for me, if he will bring out the bad in me, if it's not good for me, then let his feelings disappear, or whatever it is that is in his mind. Please distract him, and let this whatever is budding not go any further or not develop into something, and spare me from that heartache. And that's always been my prayer, and God has always been faithful. I mean, there have not been a lot of men who have been interested with me in the past because of the reasons that I've shared with you earlier. Not attractive to Filipinos. Second, I also don't really go out much. When I was studying, I was focused with studying. When I was working as an accountant, sometimes we always burn the midnight oil. Especially in my first job. Like, we sometimes end up our day at 10-11 p.m. and then go back the following day 8 a.m. So many reports, and sometimes you even dream about your reports. Drinking places is not really a good place for you to find a life partner or a good life partner. Some of my office mates would invite me like after work to go out and go drink with them with boys, and I always declined because my dad would always remind me to never go out drinking, because to him there's nothing really beneficial about drinking. You don't get anything from drinking. And my mom would add, you will only get hangover and it's not fun. And so yeah, to this day I don't really like drinking. There's still a lot of Filipino men, good Filipino men in the Philippines. It's just that there's a lot of women too in the Philippines. And the odds of women like me landing a good Filipino in the Philippines is very slim, because like I said, there's a lot of prettier women in the Philippines as well. And you know, men would always go for beauty and fertility. Good thing my husband is a special one. He's not superficial. He did not marry me for my looks. He saw my other qualities, which is far more priceless compared to beauty. I was on the edge of the fertility side, but still, he gambled and won. Now, to close this video, my friends, I want to leave you with my favorite Bible verse, and that is, believe that you have received it and it shall be yours. Lots of people will mock you, lots of people will doubt you, but just hang on to your faith. Know that you have received it, claim it, and God will give it to you. Happy Valentine's Day to all of you. See you again on Friday next week. Thank you so much, everyone. Bye.